for Week 10 here on the End Zone, presented by TiVo. Alongside Ian Eagle, I'm Jason Horowitz with you here in New York City on CBSSports.com and on your TiVo DVR via TiVocast. Randy Cross with us, as always, in Atlanta. And as always, we begin with the matchup of the week. And the Colts-Pats playing again? Can we do that one again?
No, I think that's it. The hype is over.
All right, the game's over. It didn't live up to the hype. It was entertaining, but it didn't live up to the hype. This week, it's an NFC East rematch from Week 1. Dallas and New York, this time in the Meadowlands. And you got two teams. Dallas has played the same pretty much all season. New York, on the other hand, 6 straight wins and a lot of momentum for Tom Coughlin.
But a lot of question marks as to whether or not the New York Giants are actually for real. You take a look at their schedule. Certainly, they haven't played world beaters this season. And Tom Coughlin, Randy, we're hearing that it's a newer, softer Tom Coughlin,
the 60s beads are out.
I don't know what's going on. If he's Shecky Coughlin, the comedy of Tom Coughlin has been talked about this year. He's still a hard-nosed football coach, and he's got this team playing at a pretty high level right now.
He really does. And more importantly, the difference in the team from what they saw in Week 1 or what they were in Week 1 when they faced Dallas, and both those teams put 80 points on the board, and the football team that's going to take the field this Sunday at the Meadowlands is completely different. I mean, that team in Dallas was not putting enough pressure on Tony Romo. That team in Dallas wasn't running the ball with enough different people and running the ball effectively enough. It was getting some big plays out of Eli in the passing game. But right now, they are a different team, and you have to look at them in a whole different context when they play Dallas this time, because I think Dallas has been fairly consistent. You know, easily one of the top 5 teams in the NFL. And they've been one of the top 5 teams in the league pretty much throughout the year.
You know, Randy, you hit on the head there with the Giants and the pressure on the quarterback. And they lead the NFL with 30 sacks so far through 8 games. It's a little skewed because of the 12 they had in the 1 against Philadelphia. But even if you take that out, they're still averaging about 3 a game over the course of 16. That would be 48. That would be up there towards the top of the NFL. But again, you go back to how good is this team? The 6 teams they've beaten have a combined record of 13-39 or 13-36. I mean, you don't really know how good this team is. But again, there aren't really that many good teams in the NFC, so it's not their fault that they haven't played.
No, they have that going for them. And also, Randy, if you look back at history for the Giants, this is a big game. This is a statement game for them. 2 years ago, they played the Seattle Seahawks, who eventually went to the Super Bowl. And they got beat by Seattle at a critical point in their year and their season tailspin. Last year, they played the Bears at another pivotal point in the season. The Bears handle them. The Bears go all the way to the Super Bowl. The Giants are trying to avoid the second-half collapse that they've suffered through each of the last 2 years.
You know, and it's one of the wonderful things about the 2007 Giants is they are really a different team, emphasis on the word team. They don't have the injuries. They don't worry about what happened last year. They don't worry about what happened in 2005. They could care less about what happened earlier this decade. They're really, truly, and it's a cliche, but when you're doing cliches right, they become a way of playing football. They're worried about what this week's game brings them. And when you look at this matchup, they have common flaws. They share one common flaw with the Dallas Cowboys, and that's that pass rush. You know, Jason and you talked a little bit about. If they don't have that pass rush, they don't have the talent back there to hold up. But then again, so does Dallas. If Dallas can't get the rush out of Ware and Ellis and the rest of them, they definitely don't have the talent back there to stay with the Giants receivers.
Very true, Randy. And there is one strength against strength here when it comes down to the running game. Giants second in the NFL in rushing attack. The Cowboys defense second stopping the run. So there, you know, on that aspect, you've got strength against strength. And then you've got pass rush against a good quarterback on both sides. It should be a very entertaining football game Saturday afternoon. Where are we going for that one? We're not to December yet. Sunday afternoon. We'll get our picks on this one in a sec. But let's hit the TiVo rewind here to get our picks about the hype from last week, the Colts and the Patriots. Right. And I think this one I eat a little crow here, huh?
The Patriots are just playing at a ridiculously high level right now. Tough game to call. I like the Pats in a squeaker, late field goal, late touchdown to win it.
All right, so I'll take New England. Randy, who do you got?
I like the same team. I also like New England. I think this game is going to be actually, I used the term earlier, eerily similar to the Dallas game. I believe it's a real close contest till the very end when New England wins by probably more than 2 touchdowns.
I'm going to go with the Colts. A couple weeks ago, you guys wanted me to take somebody that nobody was taking. I didn't. We all won. I'm going to go the opposite. I will take Indianapolis at home to get the victory. Well, I will admit I took the Colts, and I was feeling pretty good when they were up 20-10, but I think you called it, Tom Brady would make the play down the stretch to win a close game. So I will eat a little bit on that one, but I like what Randy said. I took one for the team. Randy, let's get some picks on this one. Giants and Cowboys. Who do you like?
Well, I know I just said that the Cowboys are one of the top 5 teams in the NFL, and I think after Sunday's game, they will definitely still be one of the top 5 teams in the NFL. But I believe in 2007, meeting 1 went to the Cowboys at their place. Meeting 2 goes to the Giants at the Meadowlands, and the Giants beat the Dallas Cowboys, setting up a playoff meeting sometime later this season.
Ian, would you like to go?
I would. The Giants have not handled prosperity very well over the last couple of years under Tom Coughlin. I think that trend continues. Tony Romo is playing spectacular football right now. He's the closest thing that this league has had to Brett Favre in a long time, since Brett Favre. Does that make sense? It does. Tony Romo and the Cowboys win it over the Giants and take control of the NFC East.
I think the one key thing that we haven't mentioned here to this point is the fact that the Giants are coming off a bye. And they've had that extra week to get ready for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are coming off a short week. Not that short because they played on Sunday night, but it was on the road. They had to go back to Dallas. Now they come back to New York. It's in the Meadowlands. It's starting to get cold here in New York. And they've had that bye. They know all about what happened last year after going 6-2 and then 2-6. I like the Giants. I'm going to agree with Randy on this one. I really think that they run the ball well in this game, control the clock, keep Tony Romo off the field, and the Giants win at the Meadowlands. But, of course, we'll have to see how that goes. And judging by my credibility so far this year, it's going to be Ian that takes the victory next week, Randy. So we could be in trouble. Folks, plenty more to come on the End Zone presented by TiVo. A lot more here as we head into Week 10. Stay with CBSSports.com, always on demand, and on your TiVo DVR via TiVo Cast. Stay with us.